Hey there, everybody. I hope you're having a good day. Today, we are going to sit and sort some contributions that have come into the studio, which I'm super, super grateful for. I've been asked a lot of times about how do you make a signature, how do you decide what goes into a signature for flow journals and books and things like that. So at the end of the video, we are going to actually make a signature, and I think that that will be really fun. So for all of you who have asked me for years, hey, how do you do this? I'm going to show you how I do it. It's a very intuitive process, and that is why I haven't done a video about it until now. So I thought today is the day, right? Today is the day. Miss Crawford has sent us some awesome things. I also have a bit of junk mail that I need to process as well. So we'll just kind of go through these things, and I will cut them up and I will sort them out. It's not my standard kind of intent to keep things. You guys know that. I don't like it. I don't like a lot of clutter, and everybody works in very different ways, right? So, if you do have like that crowded desk, I don't know if you've seen the Edison desk or not, but it's like, holy cow, that is a lot of stuff on that desk. But you think about it, and I mean, he was a brilliant man, and that is the way that he managed that's the way that he managed his outward ability to contribute so much to our physical world. So we have an interior world and we have an outside world, and that was his outside world, and I don't know what his interior world looked like. But anyway, a lot of times we just have a lot of clutter and stuff, and I don't like that, so I tend to process really quickly. These are great for pocket inserts, and that is what this little box is all about. You can see that I have photographs, I have magazine clippings, I have tags, I have pictures that have been cut from magazines, I have old postcards, anything that can be used to stick into a pocket to kind of bump out one of my flow journals. I also, things like this are great for backing a word from my word collection here. This is really a lot of fun, you guys, and all you do is just sit and cut words out of magazines or papers or whatever you got. And then what I'll do, and we'll do this in a different video, is I sit down with this and sit down with these backing strips, and I make journal prompts to put into the pockets of flow journals, and it works out really, really well. Miss Crawford has sent some awesome Christmas paper. It is a thin paper, so what I'm going to do here is fold it, and it will become a page, and I'm just going to stick that right here. And like I said, at the end of the video, you will see me make a much requested signature to go into a book. I like I said, work very intuitively and very personally. Everything that I do is kind of, I don't record a lot because there's not a lot of people over here watching stuff right now. And to record something is time consuming. So the tags from Miss Crawford, don't you love that? Recording things is super time consuming, and when there are no views. So let's just talk about that for just a second while we're sorting through here. I'm keeping these strips for, again, word strips. So we'll put these right here, and that'll work out really great for when like I said, I'll do that in a different video. Stunning photo here. Isn't that pretty? So I'm going to put that, I think that will work as a 4x6 pocket insert. I'm not quite sure, so we'll see how that one works out. Beautiful illustration here, beautiful illustration here. These would be great for putting in a pocket, 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 pocket. This is too big for a pocket, so we're going to make this into a page. And the illustration lent itself really well to be, to kind of be made into a page. I love the way that Miss Crawford arranges things. So, she'll clip and then she'll kind of put things into a folder that she's made out of a magazine page. I like substitutions and equivalents. I like anything that has to do with cooking. I think it's very interesting. We all cook. We all eat. And it's kind of a wonderful thing to be able to put into a journal. A lot of times you can find a recipe or something that, that maybe your mom made. I love vintage cookbooks. I love vintage imagery about cooking and things like that. Interesting dishes, interesting side dishes, just really fun. I cut the white off this because I think it makes a better presentation as a page to not have white on here. I love maps. Okay, so we were talking about recording things on YouTube, and it's super time consuming. Beautiful pocket insert. This is a small, so I'm going to show you a little bit about how we're going to use that in a minute. We've got a tag here, makes a great pocket insert. I make $200 a year from YouTube. $200 a year. That is why I'm not much here, because now something like this, you see it's nice and tall, but we are able to just kind of fold it like that and get a super stellar image to put into a pocket. I'm going to do the same thing with this one here. Beautiful imagery. A small, we'll set that to the side. A small, we'll set that to the side. Small, set to the side. These are border strips, and I use these in different ways. For one thing, this can be used as a pocket insert. So, you kind of start to see a pocket kind of coming together. You might want to put a tag in there. So, you can kind of start to see the way that things start to fall in line when you're constructing a journal or when you're constructing a flow journal. Also, I wanted to remind y'all, and I'll put a link in the description box below, that I have a 1,500 videos here at YouTube about a number of different things, mostly about using what you have or how to create without buying stuff. I think that's really important. So what I'm doing with these guys is I'd like to use these in flow pockets. I would like to use these in ephemera collections, and these fit really easy into a 2.5 by 3.5 pocket arrangements that we'll just pull out an art trading card right here, so you can see how let's just do one really quick. This would make a really sweet pocket arrangement. You've got the child, you've got the candle, you've got this. I think I'll switch that over there like that. All right, so that's how the process of taking scraps of this and that starts becoming an art piece, project piece. It's something that I love these little illustrations here. These would make great pocket letter fodder as well. So you can kind of see my little stash over here. I start with 8.5 by 11 art trading cards and just kind of keep my smallish stuff in the front, and then that way I can easily just sit and create very quickly. I love this. I think this is really super cool. I'm not sure. I think if I could maybe use it like this, that would be cool. We're just altering pages. This is really big, so I'm going to put this in my It's really pretty, Miss Crawford, really pretty. I'm going to put this in my inserts pile. When you have something that's this big and pliable, you can do a couple things. You can use it as an insert, or you can fold it and use it as a partial page. These things turn out so well, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. And we've got an insert. This is a beautiful tag. A little bit of food ephemera. I think because this one's small, I'm going to fold it, kind of measure it. Yeah, this will make a super cool pocket letter piece. Put that in the front. This right here works out great. Insert. I love maps. Just kind of look at it. I like the color on the outside. So we made a page here. And this pretty, sweet little. Okay, so we've got a really tiny piece here. We'll drop it in the art trading card fodder box right there. Yummy, yummy piece of chocolate pie. We'll put that in the fodder box right there as I salivate all over the place. That looks so good. All right, let's do another stack. This is the white that we cut off. We really don't have a lot of use for that. These small border strips. Again, you can use them as page inserts, as pocket inserts, sorry, or use them as, they work so well in pocket letters. And I do have pocket letters for sale over at the shop. Speaking of the shop, I've got a 29% off the word homemade. You can go right here. 29% off sale of anything in the store from today, which is 7/12, until my birthday, which is July the 29th. So if you have really been wanting something from the Etsy store, now's the time to pick it up, my friends, because I won't be doing this again. But it's fun to do it just to celebrate my birthday, right? This is a tiny, tiny small. So I do have tiny, tiny smalls right here. So I'm going to put that right there. Sorting, you know, just don't, I hate to say don't, but it's inadvisable to shove stuff in a drawer and then you don't know what you got in there. You don't know if you are going to use it or not going to use it. So it's nice to be able to have a method, right, for sorting things. It just makes life a little easier when you do have time to sit down and create something, right? Such sweet border strips, and I'm really so grateful when you guys send me things. You know, Kathy F sent me tons and tons of scrapbook paper that she wasn't going to use. It's things like this, and this is the way that my whole little entity over here was created by my friend Jeannie sending me what she called angel boxes, and that is exactly what they were. They were boxes of art supplies. There was just like no way that I could have another little tiny chippy-ish piece. So where was that little bin? Hold on. Where are you, little bin? There you go, right there. I couldn't afford stuff like that. And she sent it to me, and it opened my whole world, my whole like creative Everything I've done for the past 7 years is because of an art angel box that my friend Jeannie sent me. It was just remarkable. All right, so we're back to some food fodder now. So we can fold these pages. Again, at the end of the video, we will make a signature. And we'll even put it in a, I'm looking at the, yeah, this is a little too long to go into, well, that's okay, I can trim it up. Tags here. The word bingo. It's really big, it won't fit in a pocket, but I can certainly, I do have some vintage bingo cards, so I can certainly kind of fold it and place it with a bingo card, and I think it would make a nice addition to any journal. So I'm just sorting through here. This is quite lovely. This is a plant, and you know, we can use it like this and it becomes a plant. We can use it like this and it becomes a mixed media piece that you can stamp on or draw on or whatever. So 7 years ago, Jeannie set me on my path, and I'm ever grateful to her, ever grateful to her, because without her, I just wouldn't have been able to do much of anything. All right, so thank you, Jeannie. Thank you, Jeannie. There's also a lot of things in here that Miss Crawford sent along. I'm going to leave this in the bag like this. I'm going to stick it in this pocket insert box. And then that way, you can see that I have several in here that need to be sorted. That way, I have something super quick to start me out in the morning. I can just grab this. I can grab a little, you know, you can think of it as a goodie bag, right? And, you know, over coffee in the morning as you're getting started, it's really fun to have something like that to just kind of get your creative juices and creative energy going. Okay, we are going to do a signature. You can see what I've got mapped out here. What I have stored in my box. For a signature, I like to do 12 pieces of paper. I like to start with something very stable. So whether that's a card or, okay, so this is a card, okay? I could use this as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll put this in the middle. Like I said, this is really intuitive. You have to make a story with the signatures to make a book interesting. You have to think in a story fashion to make the pocket inserts interesting. You have to think in a story fashion to make the journal prompts interesting. Because it's not just about the pages in the book or the pocket inserts. It's also about the creative kits that are interspersed through the book. I'm going to grab a book in just a minute so you can kind of, you know, if you're new here. All right, so we have 4 right here. I love maps. 5. 6. Now, let's stop right here. Hello, you. Where in the world did you go? That's how your head needs to think. You have to be... Did you see whales on your journey to Sweden or Norway? Story time, story time, story time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have a few more to go. 8. This is really pretty. 9. A lot of times if you cannot fold something in half like this, if it won't fit your book, you can do a triptych. You can do a 3-fold. All right, so let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do like to use some plain papers, and I think I have those in the back. Advertising is always really fun. 10. Love things like envelopes. 11. This would not fit into a book, so I did a trifold. I'm going to refold it here because I really do love these circles in conjunction with this color right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so we've made a signature. Now we are going to put this in a signature cover. This is 9.5, 9.5, scored at 6.5 to get your pocket. And then we're going to put this right here. And we've made a gorgeous signature, y'all. It's really fun to do these. Like I said, it's super intuitive. It's super intense. We did that one really, really fast. Sometimes I get to my 12 pieces of paper and I'm like, I don't like it. And then I end up tearing the whole thing apart and starting all over again. I'm very fussy. All right, so then with the pieces over here, after the book is put together, I will go back and do the pockets. And then after I get the pockets complete, then we'll use some of our creative kits, and I'll show those to you. We'll do some creative kits and we'll intersperse those through the book. Gosh, Tammy, there's a lot to putting books together. Yes, there is. These are creative kits, and sometimes I will sit upstairs and just kind of put these things together and they become parts of the books. This is a book that I have for sale in the Etsy shop. Again, it's 29% off from today through the 29th. So you can see all of your pocket inserts here. This is the signature, you know, like we just put together, signature. These are the creative clusters that go through here. Each creative cluster does have a journal prompt, so you can use that journal prompt as you know, inspiration for a journal entry or a tag or whatever you want. And because we do a wrap binding, everything that goes in a signature is able to be pulled out and repurposed into something else, and then reinserted into the book. I love old advertising, and that's super cool. Remember when you used to fill these things out, and you know, you could send them in, and do you remember that? And you used to order records like that and order books like that. So what happens is you basically get art projects in a book that is pretty and unique and different. Each one is very is an entity unto itself. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. I hope that it gave you some inspiration. I hope that it gave you some sorting processes that maybe you hadn't thought about before. It is really intriguing to work with what you have, or work with contributions that, you know, are scrappy or shabby or half used or trashy, or things people forgot about, or bruised or outdated or abandoned. I love the abandoned, and I'm always looking for abandoned things. If you have any abandoned things to send, you can private message me and I will give you my address. Thanks for hanging out with me today, y'all. See you later. Bye.